It is with great sadness we announce the death of our beloved Francis Thomas, also known as Erickson, or Lovela of Chassé, Babonneau, who departed this life on February 11, 2024 at 9:20 p.m. at the OKEU Hospital. He was 66 years old. He was predeceased by his parents, Williana Thomas, also known as Nanny, or Ma Heavy of Chassé, Celestine Thomas, a farmer of Chassé, his brother Claudius Thomas of Chassé, uncles George Thomas of Chassé, St. Thomas St. Mark and family of Monassault, Philip Thomas, also known as Clevance and family of Chassé, aunts Mary Joseph, also known as Ma Harry of Marsha, and Lumi Carew and family of Monassault. Left to mourn his daughter Shanta Alexander, hairdresser of Kako, granddaughter Isla Alexander of Kako. 7 sisters: Agnes Johnny, proprietor of a small enterprise, Point Seraphine; Julius Thomas in Martinique; Cora Marius, employee of Peter and Company; Artina James of Chassé; Linda Flora in Balata; Helena Thomas, farmer of Chassé; Brenda Charlemagne of Chassé. 15 brothers: Gregory Thomas, also known as King Khaled of Debarra; Joseph Thomas, also known as Bose of Fonasson; Alex Thomas, also known as Max of the U.S., Barthélemy Thomas, also known as Elijah of Plateau; Martin Thomas, boat captain of Chassé; Stephen Thomas, a mason of Chassé; Sinus Thomas, boat captain of Corinth; Canis Thomas, proprietor of Fort Latissab Creole Heritage Park; Canisius Thomas, joiner of Talvern; Joachim Thomas, beekeeper of Fonasson; Stanley Thomas of Chassé; Henry Thomas, a farmer of Chassé; Davis Thomas of Canada; Barthélemy Florent, minibus driver M885 of Agard; 46 nieces and nephews, including Chrisbert Johnny of Chassé; sisters-in-law: Anna Thomas of the U.S., Frances Thomas, a nurse of the OKEU Hospital; Melinda Thomas, proprietor of Tent Restaurant VG; Terrian Thomas, employee of Laurel Pest Control; Terrian Thomas, employee of Laurel Pest Control; Keisha Thomas, employee of Central Point and Criselle's Pet Shop; Valentine Thomas of Fonasson; Rosalie Thomas; Edith Thomas, both of Talvern; Michelle Thomas of Canada. Brothers-in-law: Christophe Johnny, also known as Manoir, taxi driver, registration 1017, and minibus driver M1366 of Chassé; Denick Fossois Rose of Martinique; Eutitius James, also known as Tico, of All Trucking of Chassé; Uncle Roland Thomas and family of Trinidad; aunts Eunice Remy and family of Chassé; Catherine Fannis, also known as Usil and family of Chassé; Agatha Louison and family of Chassé. Other families: the Dubois families of Talvern, Gara and Debarra, the Morne, Corinth and Castries; the Thomas families of Bourgis, Chassé and Bexon; the Edward, Emile and Chasney families; the Eugene family of Gara and Corinth; the Pierre Lubin and Florius families of Peybush and Laguerre; the Donovan families of Oleon and Millet; the Ludovic and Henry families of Lacroix, Charbon, Babonneau. Friends: Francis Placid of Tichimé, Babonneau; Kingsley Florentville of Tichimé; Wilberforce Stephen, also known as Joe of Talvern. Many other friends and families, both here and abroad. The funeral service for the late Francis Thomas, also known as Erickson or Lovela, will be held at Ramballis Chapel on Sunday 10th March 2024 at 2 p.m. His body will then be laid to rest at the Farsa Cemetery. The family requests a touch of green be worn. Transportation will be available to take persons to the chapel, cemetery, and back. May he rest in peace.